What's up, dudes? And welcome back to Paranormal Dudes. We missed last week, but we're going to pick it up from here, I guess. Have you ever caught a dark figure standing in the corner of a room only for it to disappear the second you looked directly at it? You're not alone. Tonight, we're talking about shadow people, the mysterious dark silhouettes. Let's get into it. What is up, dudes? Welcome to the Paranormal Dudes podcast, episode 103. First, we want to apologize because, well, there was no episode last week. And you're probably wondering why. Yes, we cracked some jokes on our Instagram that supposedly all of us got possessed. That's not the truth. The truth is half of Paranormal Dudes got extremely sick, being myself and Buddy. And I'm actually going to be able to dive in a little more on my sickness as far as what happened, and something's a little creepy that was behind it. So how is everybody? Since, we haven't spoken. Well, I mean, we text each other, but, we haven't hung out like this in a while. How is everybody?
Good.
Jesse's like, good, I guess.
About it. I'm like, thinking about it. It's good. I mean, I'm back home, so that's always good.
Mm-hmm. The plus, okay.
I was living in I was displaced and homeless.
I was displaced into a hotel.
2 weeks in a hotel, but they're gonna start working on my house tomorrow, and we have a working shower, so we were able to come back home.
Okay. So, because I remember you saying that you had holes in the ceiling or something like that, right?
There's a huge hole in the ceiling.
In the same room?
So in the restroom, it's all sealed up like if someone got there with plastic and all this stuff. And then there's like plastic all down the stairs, and then it leads to the living room where there's like a huge white plastic thing like covering where the hole is, because they're working on the plumbing, right? We call it the abduction room, and it's just like a big white plastic thing in the smack middle of my living room.
Jesse just described every Mexican grandma's house. I mean,
no, that's what I was like. Down would leave those stairs, because we had the beach thing yesterday, and like a bunch of people came over afterwards, and there was like people that stayed the night and kids all over the place. And they were walking in the plastic, and I was like, maybe I should leave this plastic on the steps. I'm just kidding.
No, your inner core Mexican grandma, you're like, lo voy a dejar.
Que está bonito. I'm going to ask if they can put floral ones.
The floral ones, the filigree on it and stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to be like, disculpe, ¿no tienen de flores? Algo más estético. And then they put this weird, like, flooring on my floor. It's like a vinyl, like, that they tape down, and it has, like, like when you, like, I don't know how to explain the pattern. It's like, looks like when you, maybe like a toolbox pattern, or like a truck, like when you step on not a baseboard thing, but like the silver part of it. I don't know how to explain it.
It's like a sheet metal? Like with
it's like
lines?
The pattern is like this and that.
Diamond plate. Diamond plate.
Kind of.
Okay.
Diamond plate.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay. I know what you mean now.
It's like a man pattern.
Man pattern.
I don't favor it, but it's fine. So they put that down on the floor.
Like this? Watch.
Yes, exactly. So
Really?
they have yes. So they have that, but it's like black and it's like a thick type of vinyl, and like it's all over like the house, like where I guess they're working, I guess, so they don't mess with the floor.
Those are shop
Okay.
mats.
So I'm just like, oh my God, my house.
Jesse, some guy stuff. I don't know what the it is.
Well, yeah, there's like tools and everywhere. It's like, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with all this?
Jesse, do you guys need help? Bang, bang.
I know. Estaban todos bien feos. I was not helping.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I totally understand it. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Jesse, that you're alive and not swimming in your apartment.
Yeah.
In your condo.
It's like, can you get other workers to come? Like, why? They're all ugly.
I'm like, somebody left the toilet in my hallway and I have no idea where my bathtub is because it's like completely gutted. So
I'm going to need a prettier guy to do this, please.
Yeah. The other ones that they brought were not
They're not up to
aesthetically
my
pleasing.
standards.
They weren't
okay?
aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
That's crazy.
But they're actually going to get
what about you? I know. Yeah, are they actually going to get the job done? I don't know.
The first ones that came, the demo team, they were like 3 paisas and they freaking cut insulation. Like it was horrible. The inspector came from the home insurance for like with the landlord, and he's in the military, so it was like USAA person. And he was like a no jive kind of guy. You know, he's like, I've been doing this for 18 years and this is a fucked up job. And I was like, the landlord's over there, like, I don't care. I just want to know when I can.
My place.
I just want to know when I can come and shower inside my house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're
Are they going to
capped
comp you for all that?
We have renters insurance, so they're gonna like comp us somewhat, but it caps at $3,000, and we spent well over $3,000 on hotels since last Wednesday and eating out. And my mom's here, my sister's here because Demo's graduation was last week, and so the landlord did not want to comp our rent. Like he didn't want to like prorate. So I was like, dude, yeah. And so I was like, dude, like, and he's like, well, send me some of your whatever you guys spent, and we'll see if we can get you some type of reimbursement. And I was like, I don't want a reimbursement. Like,
I don't want to pay for a place I'm not living in.
Yeah, like that's so stupid. But
yeah, it is stupid.
That's another story.
It's stupid. Oscar, I know that you have a new puppy still, and how's everything been going? Anything spooky happen or anything? Just a little catch up.
Nothing spooky. I mean, it's been a smooth transition. Guess the biggest changes is the new dog, right? So she's cool. I think I mentioned she's deaf. So she's very like hands. But she senses more. Like she knows like when there's someone at the door. I don't know how, but you know, dogs are dogs. I got a new phone. It went smaller.
I remember you mentioned
I had
that.
an Ultra, so yeah.
Because you were contemplating Ultra and Pixel. Did you go to Pixel or did you stay with
I stayed with Galaxy, but I just got the Plus, so now I could use it with one hand instead of having the.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how people can have those tablets as phones. It's too much.
Yeah, but everything else has been cool. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary as far as like paranormally. I mean, just the dreams that I had in the past couple episodes that I spoke about. I saw that.
Did you guys see what happened to Buddy?
Yes.
That was crazy. Did you see that too, Buddy?
Felt it.
Oh my God, dude.
I felt it right here over my shoulder. It was like green static or something.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like anything much has happened to Jesse and Oscar. I, on the other hand, have experienced the wildest sickness I've ever had in my life. So I'm just going to preface this and say this. People can call me crazy or that I'm spreading misinformation or whatever. I don't care. I think I was targeted. The reason why I'm saying that is because first it started off, mild symptoms of like a cold. Scratchy throat, no biggie. Are there? I was like, okay, I'm gonna be sick for like 3 or 4 days and I'm good. After that first sickness, I was good. Like I was on the mends, and we were talking about, possibly filming last week's episode. But then it was like overnight. Okay. And here's the crazier part. So the night I started feeling a little better in order to film episode 103. So last Saturday, I've never experienced this in my life, where I was having trouble sleeping. Like I was sleepy, but I couldn't sleep, meaning I'd go to sleep and I'd wake up, and I'd wake up like, and like constant. It was insane. There was a moment in time. It was Friday night, not it was 2 weeks ago, or when I was getting sick. I'd go to sleep for like 2 hours, then I'd wake up and I try to go back to sleep. I'd wake up again, and like when you're having like these crazy dreams and like it just goes like this in front of your face like that.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned that I was reading a lot more in these dreams, or I don't even know if they were dreams. The things I was reading, and it was like instantaneous. I'd close my eyes and it was like I was going into what I was reading. Dude, at first I thought it was something like sleep apnea or some. I even bought one of those snore guards, the mouthpieces.
Yeah.
And it didn't do anything. And I don't know if I was experiencing some. This is going to sound scary, but a form of mild psychosis, because I started feeling insane, where I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't deal with myself. And I was so like sleep deprived for 2 days that, I mean, as it is, I have insomnia, but this was nuts. Like I was actually tired and I wanted to go to sleep, but I couldn't. I was like just constantly waking up, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'd wake up, 2 minutes, I'd wake up, 30 seconds, I'd wake up. Like it was just, it probably subsided. I wouldn't say it subsided. It kind of eased up a little bit this past Friday. Like Saturday was the first day that I was able to have 4 hours of continued sleep. And the dreams were just insane. And in all of the dreams, there was this white, like etched figure in all of the dreams. And it appeared in some way or manner. It had like a circle around its head. But the skull, it had like a skull feature with like spikes down below. It was, I don't know.
Did you drink cough syrup from the Dollar Tree?
No. If I did take cough syrup, it was NyQuil, like actual like NyQuil stuff.
You got a fever at all?
I had a fever. I did. But not like extreme where it was like I had to take a shower. Like I had a fever here and there, but it wasn't like I needed to cool it down or anything like that. So
did it look anything like this?
Damn.
Vrylon says, "You're okay." By the way, I got to put that together so that he's part of the show moving forward. And I think I figured it out how. So,
well, that's just weird.
It is weird. And I remember bringing it up to Sally. I was like, I think I'm being targeted. And she goes, why? I'm like, because I was getting better. And then it just got worse. And then the whole sleep thing just didn't make any sense, where something was preventing me from falling asleep like continuously. And it wasn't like, I closed my eyes and I just opened them. I closed my eyes. It was like dramatic. It was like I couldn't breathe, or it was like something scared me. I was like, like that. And it was I honestly think, I don't know. Like I said, I was experiencing some form of psychosis because I couldn't wait to tell you guys this when we filmed this week's episode because it was insane what I was experiencing, and I was dead sick. Like I couldn't talk. The right side of my throat was just swollen. It wasn't even like a sore throat. It was swollen. Like
Like your
if I
lymph
drank,
nodes were swollen.
yes, dude. So I was like, oh, do I have strep throat? No, I didn't have strep throat. So just didn't make any sense. It felt like something was trying to kill me, to be honest with you, dude. Because the right side, it could have been my lymph node that was swollen for sure, but it made it so difficult to swallow that it got so swollen that the right side of my throat was covered. Okay. And
Damn.
pretty much all the liquid was going through the left side of.
Did you go to a doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they basically told me just take Advil and like that. And yeah. Because I thought it was strep throat, and they give you antibiotics for strep throat, but it wasn't. They're like, it's not strep throat. What the fuck? I don't know. It was just weird. All of it was very weird. I've never gotten sick like that in my life. The whole experience with the dreams and all that, like, not the sleep deprivation and not being able to close my eyes, and it felt like something was preventing me from doing that. I've never experienced that in my life. What do you guys think? Like, I just don't know.
I had something similar like that happen to me when I was learning how to astral project, like during that time. And every time I would close my eyes, I felt like I was falling. Like this feeling of like that. You wake, you're like, oh shoot, like what happened? And the feeling of being watched.
And that's another thing. So for the past 3 or 4 days, in my room, in the master bedroom, the master bedroom, so how it's laid out is to the right of the bed. It's like a little hallway, which is pretty much the bathroom. It leads to like the shower and the bathtub and closets. So it's just open. Dude, this is gonna sound so cliche, but like around 3:30, 4, maybe sometimes 3, within the past 4 days, through these manic episodes of trying to sleep, I'll look over there and something's standing there.
I don't know.
Well, what did you do before you got sick?
Nothing. Like to someone or to something. I mean, Jesse, you know me. I have a big mouth, and I just talk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? You're trying to think. Like 2 weeks back, if we were talking about.
I'm trying to see if we were talking about anything aloud. I don't know.
I know you and Ethan were talking about like starting to do your stuff and whatever.
Oh,
but
yeah. I don't think it's that. Maybe I upset somebody, but you know what? Is that going to stop me from doing this show and talking? No. I don't know, man. It's just, but I know you can't talk much either. I know you're kind of in the same boat, but I could talk a little more. Has anything like that ever happened to you?
Not the personal feeling of feeling like attacked, like with sickness, but I came on with this illness this week too, out of nowhere, and it developed very quick. But I didn't have dreams like that.
like, I've been having very, very weird dreams, but I haven't gotten sick.
Please explain these weird dreams.
No, it's just weird. Like, it's dreams that I've never had before. Like, I don't know. One of them, there was like a witch type of person, and I had to figure out these games to go, or like these riddles to go on to like next levels.
BT trial. It's a trial.
Yeah, like it was weird. Like I would have to, like, I was trying to save people, or people were trying to ask me for help, but I had to like solve this riddle type of, it was like a game piece. Like I had to put like a game piece into something else, and then like the witch would like disappear more and more. It was weird, or like I'm assuming it was a witch, but it was like a figure.
When was this?
Um,
When was this dream?
this was like the last week. I just thought I was stress dreaming because of everything that was going on.
Dude, what if Jesse was defending me, and that's how I stayed alive? What if that? Wouldn't that be crazy? Jesse's going through this trial and these dreams and just keeping me alive like that. I honestly felt like I was gonna die, dude. I don't understand what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I don't know. These dreams were very weird. And like I said, I just thought it was like I'm stressed and I'm in a hotel, so I'm uncomfortable. So like I can't really sleep.
Yeah.
But like oh my God, I just like this last week, even like today, like, oh, I just feel like drained, like I've never felt exhausted like this before in a long time. This last week.
You think it correlates anything with what happened to me?
I don't know. Because I couldn't see who I was helping. I knew it was somebody I knew because I knew like I had to help somebody, but I couldn't see faces. So it was part of that. And then another part was like, I was kind of going into these dimensions. Like every time like I would pass this stuff, it would take me to another.
Well, what did you see in these dimensions?
Well, one of them was like a regular house. One was like, another time it was like, I don't know if it was like a school or like a gymnasium or something weird. Another one was
anything with basketball or something like that.
Well, it was a gymnasium. It was like gym. It was like a gym, like basketball hoops thing.
Yeah.
Another one was like I don't know, it was like a house, like a neighborhood, but it was like, I don't know if it was a church or if it was like a place of gathering or a restaurant type of thing. I don't know.
Was anybody talking?
In which one? In the gathering
in any
one?
of them. In any of them.
People were talking.
Before you answer that, so not in a few of my dreams that I was experiencing. Yes, I'm gonna sound like a nerd, but how people were conversating in these dreams was via bubbles, like dialogue bubbles, like in comic books. It was weird. Yes.
I don't remember like how they were talking back and forth, but I knew that, and like in one of the ones I specifically remember that it was in a neighborhood and I had people there that I knew, and because I remember like I think like one of my friends was there, or maybe one of my sisters, I don't know. But I remember my sister was helping me. So like I'm trying to help my friend, but I couldn't see who it was. And I'm trying to unlock this door because it's like part of this thing. I'm trying to unlock a door. So I go from it makes me like, I can't take a deep breath. It makes me go from like the neighborhood into like this restaurant area or school, or I don't know where there's like a church. I don't know. People are talking, but I don't know what it is. And I'm trying to get like this person out of this church into the street, like to get out of there. And I remember like in one of those, like my sister, like I just kept thinking about her, and she appeared and she was helping me, and we were able to open the door and the person came out, but I couldn't see who the person was.
That's crazy.
And it was just like that, like randomly every other day.
Yeah.
For like a week.
Because one of the weirder things that I experienced on Thursday, in my job of digital marketing with clients, the vast majority of my job is talking to people. So you can only imagine I'm sick as hell. My throat's, by Thursday, my throat's done. Like I'm pushing through that. And I'm sleep deprived. It's just not a good time. And I remember going to the restroom and then coming back to my office. It was like, when in a movie, something fades and then it fades back into the next scene. So that happened to me, and I'm standing there like a zombie with drool coming down my mouth like this, and it's like if I stopped in my tracks and I close my eyes and then open them, and I'm drooling like if I was drooling for like 20 minutes standing there. It was, I don't know, it's crazy, man. It I don't know how to describe. I mean, I did describe a lot of it, but yeah, I just had to share that with you guys. I couldn't wait to share it with you guys. I was going through it, and I remember thinking to myself, I want this to be over. And I'm like, I have to tell them this is going on because this is crazy. And I waited till we were filming the show. Yes, because it's great content. But at the same time, I wanted to see your guys' reaction opposed to, sending you guys a text. Hey guys, guess what? This is happening to me. I don't know. It's a different kind of effect.
Well,
I don't know if I should
save you. You're welcome.
Well, thank you, Jesse, if that's the case.
It sounds like you went through it, bro. Like, even like, I mean, when you're sick, you're vulnerable. So,
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if I should try to research a little more, seek into it, or just leave it alone and just move on.
I don't know, but to me, like, it also kind of sounds like alien abduction, like time loss.
Yeah, it does feel like that. It does feel like that.
Who knows?
Now the thing that was standing in the hallway to the the restroom in my bedroom, it didn't look like a ghost. I couldn't make it out what it was. It was like maybe 5'6" in stature, and I could just see something was there. And to be fair, I didn't have my glasses on because I'm trying to go to sleep. But I can see someone's there. You can when it's a shadow or it's a jacket or whatever but there's literally someone standing in the walkway. So I don't know. Well, that was my piece, buddy. What about you? I know it's gonna be tough for you to talk a little bit, but do you have anything on your end?
No, not really.
No, dude. No, dude. Okay,
He's
that's
like,
fair.
Leave me alone. He's like, I can't talk.
He's like, just be glad I'm on the show, dude. Shut the up.
What gosh?
Okay, well, you're here tonight because, we are talking about shadow people. We could go on and there's different types of shadow people, and obviously, I don't know. Could you say the ghosts in Ghost? Remember the movie Ghosts with? Would you say those are shadow people? Would you say those are shadow people?
I feel like, well,
no, or just regular ass ghosts.
It could be there. I mean, I would say they're more like spirits, but it could be, especially since like the ones like how they come like from hell or whatever. They have like weird eyes. Could be.
But he's like, all I remember is this.
Oh my love.
Oh man.
He said not to make him laugh, Sergio.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, dude.
He literally has an inside yawn.
Inside laugh.
Is an inside fart with an inside laugh.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with probably the one that everybody can relate to. And I have a story with this one. I didn't experience it. Used to be on the show, but I was a part of it. The Hat Man. Everybody knows who the Hat Man is, right? Raise your hand if you don't know who the Hat Man is. Oh, everybody does. Okay. Well, I have a story about the Hat Man. It dates back to 2005. And Ethan, who how old were you in 2005, Oscar? I don't want to do math right now.
2005. So I'm 28 minus 20.
You and Ethan were like 8 years old?
7.
Something like that?
7 years old.
Okay. So Ethan's about 7 years old. And we were over at a friend's house, and he like got along really well with the nephew, and so he was gonna sleep over because he was super stoked about it or whatever. He was a little kid, and so I leave him there. This person lives in El Centro, California, and obviously I lived in Calexico, California at the time. Dropped him off, went back home, and then I get a call in the middle of the night. They're like, "Hey, dude, hey, Sergio." I'm like, "What's up? You gotta come and get your brother, dude." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And yeah, he's like freaking out. And he's crying. He wants to go home. I was like, "Okay." So I drive over to El Centro. Ethan gets in the car. I'm like, "What happened, dude?" And he's like, I could see that he was like crying, and he goes, "There's a man that just kept asking me questions." I'm like, "What?" Like in the bedroom in the corner, a man in a hat. He just kept asking me questions of what my name is, where I'm from, and what am I doing there. And I just wanted to leave. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So that's got to be one of the craziest Hatman stories that I know of from someone that I know. Buddy, it looked like you were going to say something with your mustering up the courage.
It was the creepy tío.
The creepy tío?
Creepy tío. ¿Qué estás haciendo aquí? Comiste mis tacos, cabrón.
Oh my God.
Yep, the Hatman.
Yep. I don't know if that's how his face looks, but.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it was a Mexican variant.
Yeah, because he's wearing a fedora, right? So he has to be like, he has swag.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be stylish, right? You think maybe he's
just reminds me of the Babadook.
Why?
Right.
Wouldn't the Babadook be based? Who came out first, the Babadook or the Hatman?
Yeah.
Whenever I hear people talk about the Hatman, this is exactly what pops into my head every freaking time. This one. This one.
Well, yeah. He kind of looks like what is it called? Like back then, like
came out first.
Like those Catrines or whatever.
Hatman's first, then the Babadook.
Yeah, the Hatman
came
out first. Yeah, Hatman.
The Hatman reminds me of a plague doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true, because you can't see his mask in the front, so that could also you're right.
That's creepy as.
For the rest of the episode, I'm going to call Buddy RFK Jr.
Oh Lord.
Do you have any experiences with the Hatman?
Not the Hatman, but I mean, I guess just the Babadook. I think I told you the story where like it was a dream. Again, everything happens to me mostly like in dreams, right? And it kind of translates right after I wake up.
I lost my virginity in a dream.
I had to think about that one. Nah.
Think about that one.
we were at my parents' I was still living at my parents' house. This is like a while ago. This is like and I was sleeping on the floor in my room, and in my dream, like my parents were like getting stuff ready, and like people were gonna come over, I guess, and they were getting stuff ready in the dream, and finally they're like, "Oh, go clean up your room," the generic like clean your room. The party's not in there, but whatever. And they're like, "Oh, we invited him." I was like, "Who did you guys invite?" And they're like, "Well, he's already here." I was like, "What the heck?" So I walked to my room, and when you open the door, you can see the window. So the window was open, and the spring you could see outside. And right when I look into my room, freaking Babadook is at the window looking at me in my dream. and I just froze there, and I was like, what the heck? And I try to like close all the doors and everything. My parents are just looking at me run around, like lock everything up. And I wake up and I'm sleeping under the window on the floor. So when I wake up, I'm like paralyzed, sleep paralysis. And then I finally get up, and like as I'm paralyzed, there's a bunch of noise going on because there's like all this stuff going.
Yeah.
And finally, when I break from it, I wake up and I look at the spring, and I swear, I was like, if I see this dude right there, like, and there was nothing there, but it was just pin drop silence in the whole house.
Okay.
And that's what it was. But,
I mean, for you, it's always channeling through your dreams. I think I don't know. Dreams can be a dangerous place too. Trust me, I know. I just experienced it this past week, and I don't ever want to do it ever again. So I don't know how you guys, Ask and Buddy, or more so Ask, where you can like astral project and like, you don't ever feel like it's too dangerous because you don't know what you could tap into.
Yeah, sometimes I do. I feel like that's why I don't really like focus on messing around with it too much anymore. Like when I used to actually like sit there and have a session. But I mean, now when I go to sleep and I dream, like if I do it and I do it, but yeah, it's not something that I'm like,
You
because
just let it naturally happen if it does.
yeah, because I did go through a time where I got stuck, and I got to that feeling of where I said every time I closed my eyes, I felt like I was falling and I was being watched. Like I was literally like a 19-year-old sleeping in my parents' bedroom because I just didn't feel okay.
Safe, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy though? Like you always feel the safest. So think of it in two ways. So say you're running away from the Babadook or the Hat Man, and what if, so your first instinct when you're a kid, you're younger, or even as an adult, you want your parents, like you want your mom or your dad. Really think about it though. So say you get in bed with them and this thing's looking for you. What are they going to do?
My mom would be
don't
like,
touch my child.
Imagine he's like, no, mijo, like, oh, dad, mom, this and that. He's like, don't worry, I got you. And then you look up and it's the Babadook. Fuck.
Oh, hell no.
oh my God.
What were you going to say? Cindy would what?
She'd probably be like, no seas pendeja, go back to bed.
Oh no. Like, yeah, it's just, do you think it's a false sense of security? It sounds mean, but do you guys think it is?
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if I'm scared or I have a dream, like I want to go look for my husband, I'm like, something scared me. He's like, ooh. He's like, oh.
The response.
Yeah, he's like, and then, and I'm like, okay.
You're not scared out of your mind. You're like, I don't want to go to sleep. Honestly, when something's scary, so like what happened to you was scary. It was scary, okay? But he's trying so hard. He's trying so hard not to laugh or anything. Like,
he's having a cough attack.
Yeah, he is having a cough attack. Like my first instinct when I get super scared is obviously I'm going to tell Sally, but same concept. Like she's asleep, snoring louder than Fozzie the Bear, and like, so my next instinct is to talk to you guys or you, Jess. But when I was going to message you guys, I'm like, you know what? Let's save this for the show.
I'll risk being possessive. Just wait and see.
I'll risk being dead.
Yeah. I'll risk dying.
That'd
just
be
like
great.
to see how this goes.
I mean, did you guys have any inclination or any hint that I was going through something crazy?
I knew
like
something was going on with you. I knew 100% something was going on with you.
Because I wasn't as vocal. I was like,
no. And then like when you called me, I thought you were calling me to tell me something happened. But then you were like, oh, I can't talk. So I was like, oh, maybe that was it, that he can't talk.
Yeah.
But I felt something was wrong with you.
What about you, buddy?
You mentioned something to Oscar. about astral projecting, and then you mentioned also me, but I don't know how to do it. It just happens.
It just happens.
But I was going to suggest from now on when we have dreams, we need to write them down.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jesse started talking about a gym, and I dreamt of gyms too. And I dreamt that I couldn't breathe when I was in the gym. I don't know what it was, but I was dreaming of a gym, like a basketball court.
And I couldn't breathe when I was talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And Oscar's just at home when all this is going on.
He was drinking his fucking, petting the dog with his organic water.
Okay. Well, the Hat Man is someone that's more recognizable to a lot of people, obviously, and people can relate to him. The quick blurb of the Hat Man, if you're not familiar with who the Hat Man is a widely reported paranormal entity and shadow person, often seen during episodes of sleep paralysis or severe sleep deprivation. Weird that I'm talking about him, and I was going through all the things I was going through. Witnesses typically describe him as a tall, dark silhouette wearing a trench coat and a brimmed like fedora. Yikes. Okay. I mean, honestly, I didn't. Okay, and this is me just being honest. I didn't see a Hat Man. Even the entity that I saw in the bathroom, it was of shorter stature. If it was the Hat Man, if I was like, that's the Hat Man, I'd probably myself and like have to talk to you guys right away because
So I saw something weird like that, and I remember it was in my house, and Amy was like, I don't know, probably like 17 or 18. She was having a sleepover, and pues, I andaba la Jessie de Mediche with all the girls or whatever, and I could have sworn, like, nothing scares me, okay, you know that. So I know that they were watching like Freddy Krueger, and they were watching like these, 5 for 5 horror section movies from Video 2000. And it was like almost, like 2 or 3 in the morning. And I remember we were on the living room, and they were kind of talking about like scary stories and stuff that had happened to them. And I remember like sitting down, and I was kind of dozing off. And when I looked into, if you like, for those that don't know, or of course, because I don't think I've ever explained it, where I used to live is like a kind of like a ranch style house. So it was all open. Like, the door we would like never lock the door, and it was like the kitchen. It would lead into the living room. It was like an open concept, right, all through the house. And so I could have sworn that one of the times that I opened my eyes, I saw a figure like that, and I was like, thought, and I even to my sister, like, I think I dreamt of or saw Freddy Krueger. Like, we started laughing because I was like, that didn't scare me. Freddy Krueger didn't scare me.
Yeah.
But this thing did kind of freak me out. And I remember it kind of had like a coat and like a fedora. That's like what I remember. And it was just like a tall figure, like in the, like, like in the middle, like in the kitchen coming into the living room.
Yeah.
And so it just gave me an eerie feeling, and I always remember, and I don't really talk about it, but I just will never know what I saw, basically.
But it had that similar silhouette, like with the
that's why we were laughing, and like, she was like, "Oh, maybe it was Freddy Krueger because we're watching Freddy Krueger, because Freddy Krueger has a fedora type of hat,
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, and then like it had like a coat type of thing, and like in the summertime it's very hot, so I'm like, well, but at the same time I was like, well, what did I see? Because I kind of like blinked twice, or like if I woke up, I don't know what it was, and then obviously it was gone. But it was kind of the same thing, like I saw it, and then like I kind of like shook myself out of it, and like I was like, I closed my eyes, and I was like the same, like, oh my god, if I open my eyes and I see that, like someone's trying to come in here to kill us or something, like, I don't know, un pinche tecato or something se metió. And like, I just opened my eyes and there was nothing, and everybody was just talking, sitting around talking.
Well, thank you for sharing it with us, even though you haven't really told anybody about that. I think, honestly, it was probably the Hat Man, to be honest with you.
Could be, but the houses was so haunted, so who knows?
Oh, it was. And to be honest, in Imperial Valley, where we grew up, the Hat Man was a common, not discussion, but like people would say that they saw the Hat Man often. But it wasn't like, your buddy just said, oh, I saw the Hat Man. Like, I saw the Hat Man this past weekend. It was more of like, I saw this tall dude with a hat just there. And I don't know, it's freaky. So this whole topic is kind of scary because it's relatable to a lot of people because, outside of actual entities themselves, there's scientific explanations people could say. For sleep paralysis, your brain wakes before your body does, or your hallucinations can occur during these times, especially if you're like have a huge fever or you're taking some kind of crazy medication. Feeling of a presence in the room. But I will say this. So a lot of these have happened to me. I'm going to run down these and these are like common amongst people that experience paranormal things. What about a shadow person standing in a doorway? Have you ever experienced that? Anyone here?
Well, yeah, because he was in the doorway.
Oh,
I would say
yours was just down the hallway, right?
Yeah.
The mimic. It wasn't like.
Yeah, it wasn't a doorway, but it was air.
Yeah. What about watching you from hallways?
No.
Yeah. So in Redondo, where I lived, it was 2 stories, and you could see the stairway if you sat on a specific couch, and you could look over. So if all the lights are off, it's like late at night. Usually happen if you're by yourself or if you're with someone else. But if you sat there, looked over at the stairs, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see this in that house. It's peeking at you from that hallway stairway.
I always got that type of hallway peeking on the De Leon house. You know how like the living room was set up and you could see the hallway.
Like a really long hallway.
Yes.
Yeah. I got that too. Yeah, for sure.
That peeking's been happening right here.
Up there?
Mm-hmm.
It's been happening a lot this last couple of weeks. I'll be sitting and it just peeks up and peeks back in.
And what are they doing as far as the process of the building?
Right now, nothing, but they are building a new spot, a new room.
Interesting.
Is there? There's something like buried.
Yes, we found it.
You found it?
What is it?
It's a letter from the original owner of this house. It was in the walls.
Oh, I remember you saying. I remember this. Yes.
That's right. That. No, I'm talking about something buried when they're going to find when they're building. It's not going to be dramatic like a box of bones or something, but it's something.
They found motorcycle tires in the backyard under the dirt.
What the hell?
So whatever is attached to that is what's been peeking.
It's touching my back right now.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Because we're talking about it.
Literally doing this to me on my back.
But he's in a circle like this right now.
Look up here. No, look up here.
Yeah.
You see these reflective things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep an eye on that small one. There's no reason for it to disappear. It'll just disappear out of nowhere. Something's covering it and then coming back.
It.
Keep watching. See it?
Yeah, it'll like change color. Like it won't be as bright.
There shouldn't be anything to cover that. The lighting is not changing. I'm not moving. I've been feeling it and watching it this whole time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I was going to tell you there was something peeking there earlier.
It's been doing it all week. That's the reason I set up this way tonight, because I didn't want to be distracted with all night of that motion. But it's still getting me up here.
Yeah, because
the closet
new.
is dark again.
No, but it's something new. It's not what it... Yeah, it's different.
This you could see. I haven't seen the figure. I've only seen the motion of it, like the in and out. But it has a flesh figure, like a skin tone.
Well, it was what was being distracting earlier in your video.
Probably.
Does he ride for the Mayans?
Look, there he is. Keep watching. He just popped up. Right here.
Oh,
right here.
Yeah.
See him?
No.
He's looking at us right
Oscar, no.
Oh, I need the premium tier.
Look at it. Right here. Right here, I could see his chin. It looks like right about here.
Sergio, that's why those things happen to you. Then I have to go do riddles. And is that why you were slobbering because it had a
that was me when I was just standing there for like 20 minutes.
Oh my God. Why are you making Buddy laugh?
I can't help it. This is just who I am. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay. So this one, I think everyone can relate to this, and I'll add a piece to this to the lore. At the foot of the bed, that's happened to everyone, right?
So my suegros used to say all the time that when Eric was little, he used to like they lived in like, I don't know where they lived in, but it was Wyoming, in like an old place. And so they always used to say, be careful with him. Like they would joke around, like, cause you're going to get married, whatever. And he will stand at the foot of your bed and watch you sleep. Like he always used to do that to us. And one time, I swear, when I fell asleep, I saw someone looking down at me, but they were standing on the bed, and I thought it was him. So I was like, and I just like turned around and went to sleep. And then in the morning, I asked him, and he says like, no, like he was being serious. He's like, no, it wasn't, because I thought he was doing it to me on purpose because his parents were telling me. But he swears up and down to this day that it wasn't him.
They're standing on the bed?
Yeah. So first it would be like at the foot of the bed, and then at one point it was on the bed.
I started twerking on Jesse's back.
I decided to sleep naked to see what would happen.
That's why I sleep with a light, like a light on. Can't.
But I feel even with a light, like it doesn't matter.
Doesn't do anything, man.
It just like you're gonna see it faster, or you're gonna see it more.
It's better than being in complete darkness for me. Like
you know what's better than that? The security that everybody does it. At least I do it. I got to make sure that the blankets are under my feet.
Yeah,
that's secure all the time. Because foot of the bed, that's happened to me a lot. Or where there was one time where, hold on.
You water in your nose.
Okay. So there was something at the foot of my bed, and I was like, oh, hell no. And I like turned real quick and pretended I was going to sleep. Like let's get a fake out the ghost.
Yeah, I'll get you tomorrow. Sorry.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But and then I was like, okay, it felt like it lifted a little bit. It was a little lighter. I turned around and I was just lying back, looking around, And that's when it felt like something was going like this on my chest. Just pressing down on it.
Yep.
And then I freaked out again that same night, went back to sleep, and like knee-jerk reaction. You know those giant shamus you can win at SeaWorld?
Yeah.
The huge ones? I had one of those on my on my bed. Don't ask me how old I was, but I grabbed it and like threw it really hard at nothing. And Ethan was like, "The f- was that for?" And I was like, I don't know. Go to sleep." So there's a lot of weird things that happened to me, both in the Redondo house and in the De Leon house in Calexico, California. When it comes to shadow people, I've seen a ton of shadow people. There's so many stories. I wish I could recount all of them. How about this one? This one is huge. Moving rapidly across rooms. I see that
all the
all
time.
the time.
On a daily basis.
Yes, same here. You don't see that, Oscar?
No.
Dude.
I mean, sometimes I do like when I'm doing something and I like look and I'm like, was it my vision or was it just like that I caught it and like, you know, I don't know what it is, but maybe that's what it is. Like it's like at the end of my peripheral or something. I don't know.
Did I tell you what Sally sees in my office like late at night? Because she'll wake up like at 2 a.m. To go to work. She'll say that she wants me to close my office when I leave it, because every time that it's open and she's up during that time, she says that it looks like I'm standing in my office, like looking out. I mean, I've already said the stuff that she's experienced where she was asleep downstairs and supposedly I went down there and I told her to wake up and go to bed. And like, why is she on the couch? And she asked me the next day if how come I didn't carry her or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, like you told me to wake up and go upstairs because I was asleep downstairs. I'm like, I didn't do that. She's like, no. And that's when my brother-in-law was still living here and he would see the same thing in this office. He said, dude, I thought you were in there with the lights off. Yes. My fucking scaredy, my fucking.
You're like, what the heck?
Fucking vampire in here.
And then they just left you there. He's
like,
okay,
bye.
So, yeah.
He's just a weirdo. So, I know Buddy's seen a lot of those. I think the more crazy, and it doesn't sound crazy, and I don't know who's been around long enough on this show to remember this discussion between Buddy and I, but there was a time where he saw my grandfather in the back seat of my car. My grandfather had already passed away, and Buddy was crying when this was happening. To me, it was, that was one of the crazier moments. I didn't see anything, but Buddy's reaction really, I don't know, it kind of drove me back a little bit. It was kind of eerie to feel, and Buddy's emotions, it was like, it just escalated to 100 real quick. It wasn't like gradual. It just, he stopped in his tracks and he started to point at the car in the back seat and say, there's someone in there. Remember that, Buddy?
The scariest part, and I never met that grandfather. And I knew who he was, like, right away. You could tell, if you're ever with me and I start crying like that, there's something I'm communicating with at the moment.
Yeah.
And I can't control it. I just start losing crying.
Which is crazy because we've caught him a few times and he's crying. So who knows?
Oh my God, Peachy Sergio, of course.
I'm sorry, buddy. Like, buddy, I'm so sorry, buddy.
No, because he has to say a pendejada because he has to. My God.
Feel better now?
Yes.
Be so scared?
Yes.
That's the Paranormal Dudes charm, though, right? So those are the types of common encounters of shadow people. I guess to summarize everything that we discussed tonight, because it all kind of ties together a little bit. But in your experience, I know, Jesse, you already covered the Freddy Krueger Hatman guy. I'm sure that it's not the worst, but what is the one? Because I know a lot has happened to a lot of people on here, but one that sticks out the most as far as shadow people goes, and it's just there. If someone asks you to talk about something scary, and you're just like, "Yeah, it's this."
I don't think it's like a specific incident for me, but I feel like as like my kids are getting older, that it creeps me out to see like little shadow figures, because I don't know if it's kids or if it's a little shadow figure.
Right. Hey, you're just sleep deprived. You're like this.
For reals, like I don't know if it's like a kid or if it's like one of my kids, or like demo today was we were like, who made a mess? Like, to make a long story short, who made a mess in your room? Oh, it was the little ghost kids. And we're like, what ghost kids? And he's like, yeah. And my mom's like, oh, what's their names? And he's like, the same. They look like me and Bebe.
Oh,
And I was like,
hell no.
and I was like, oh, she was like, oh yeah. And I said, well, they better start paying rent because there's already two of you.
You guys are enough.
Yeah. So that was
Oh my
just
gosh.
something. But they say weird things all the time, so who knows?
True. We gotta get Vale on the show.
Oh, she
An
was like
episode.
giving so many ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we could set something up where she's on the show. That'd be fun. Oscar, what about you?
I would say more of like the doorway,
The mimic one?
or yeah, like that's like my number one story. Like there's been times where like I'm asleep and I wake up. This mostly how it happened. Actually, this happened at my first spot when I used to live in Anaheim. That place was one of the worst years of sleep.
Yeah.
Like any way that I would sleep, it would just felt like, because it was like the hallway, like my bed would be facing the wall, and then the left side was like the little hallway to go to like the sink and all that stuff. And hey, like freaking fighting right here. And I would always feel like I would try to sleep in a way where I can kind of keep a watch at it, like that corridor. But I would always just expect there to be like this thing looking over like that.
Peek over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Oh, but Liz did say that she did see someone standing in the kitchen or living space at that other apartment we were at.
No way.
And she didn't tell me. She's like, yeah, like I didn't want to like give it energy and like start, you know. But this was already. Were we already filming a couple episodes at this point? No, I don't think we were. No, this is before.
No.
But
it is before.
Yeah, she said that one day. Like she just confessed. She's like, "Yeah, I saw this person standing there." I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, no. Oh, I guess just to give Buddy a little more time, but for me, I think it's not. I don't know if it's because I've experienced so much already, and it's a been there, done that kind of. It's not though, and because it's still scary every time I experience it. I'm not gonna lie, but I think the ones that kind of freak me out more than all the other instances has to be when it happens to someone else and I'm involved in some way, like Sally, like me telling her to go to sleep and that wasn't me, or her and her brothers constantly seeing me in the office and I'm not in here. And because I know it's going to happen once, my daughter starts experiencing more and understanding what's what's human and what's not, and what spirits are and all of that. It's I don't know how you did it, Jesse. We were just like, I don't know. It's a different experience with your kids compared to anything else. Hearing them talk about some weird, like that time that Oe pointed, and she said, "I'm scared," and she pointed at the mirror, and then that's when her music box turned on. It's called like the Me or something like that.
Mhm.
And I think that's creepier to me is like when it happens to someone that I know or that's close to me, opposed to myself, even though it is still scary. That's how I see it. What about you, bud? He's like, no puedo hablar. No.
For me, it's the red-eyed ones.
Red eyes.
Those terrify me because, like, I have this thing here, Angel, and the cowboy will move around, doesn't bother me. But the red-eyed ones, I don't know what their intent is.
The red-eyed shadow people? Yeah, dude. Like I think we saw one. You remember we saw the red-eyed shadow people? We saw one at the Hebrew school. It was obviously years ago. We're talking like 20, 25 years ago.
I thought it was at the camp.
Was it the camp? You know what? You're right. It was
like way
at
down.
the farmer's camp.
It was way down at the far end. And then we were throwing rocks at it, and we think it said something or whatever.
Yes. Of course we threw rocks at it. Was that the same time we were trying to antagonize something and like a glass bottle exploded next to us? Do you remember that?
Yeah, like something threw it or it just blew up. But I remember there was glass everywhere. And then, we started throwing rocks.
Yeah, we're dumb. We're definitely dumb. Okay.
You were?
Okay. Well, I can't speak for Buddy. I'm going to say I am. And Buddy, I want to feel like has kind of gotten out of that behavior. I mean, it's self-evident that I haven't, where I just went through this traumatic thing with sleep and like feeling like I got attacked by something or someone. Then right after that, I'm cracking jokes about whatever entity. So, okay. Well, I mean, I am thrilled that we were able to have an episode because this is the first episode in a while that we were in first weekend forever. Especially with the new cast, we were able to that we were unable to film. It just kind of, we were pushing for like, okay, well, what about this time? What if we did, this time at this time tomorrow in the morning?
For whatever reason, the universe didn't want an episode.
Yes, dude. The universe was like, we're gonna with Sergio this week. We're gonna get back in for all these stupid jokes. But honestly, like this is most sick I've ever felt in my life. I don't ever want to experience it again. It was very traumatic and scary. And even like bringing it up to Sally when I told her that I felt like I was being attacked, and she was just like looked at me like, "Are you serious right now?" I was just, fuck, I got to talk to someone else then. I need a second opinion. But yeah. But thank you for listening to all of my trauma dumping of this past week and a half to everybody here and everybody watching this or listening. But we have some cool things happening for this month. I'm a little behind on the Patreon stuff. Self-evident. Why? Now you know. I'll be posting a lot of the normal dudes that are kind of behind, and June's calendar. So it's going to be fun. And And I will be in El Centro, California in 2 weeks.
Oh.
What date?
The
17th.
19th. I will be in El Centro. I'm staying at a hotel. We're celebrating a family members of ours graduation, but Ethan's taking his stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Come get me.
What's it? Come get you? Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Come
down.
get me. I'm like, don't come.
And then the next week we'll hang out in your town.
Oh yeah, you're coming this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, dude. Hell yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna go to
I'm gonna be there
Vegas
all week.
Museum.
I'm gonna be there all week, but I'm leaving on the 19th.
I'm gonna flip
back
off
to San
everything.
Diego.
Do you guys have anything for our dudes out there before we bid them bye-bye?
Thank you for watching and listening. This was gonna be a weird episode. Sorry, because everybody's voice is messed up, but try and get to the whole thing. And if you do, thank you.
I know.
And the doctor says take your medicine and don't go outside. Do it.
Oh, the freaking door.
Do it.
That door scared me again.
I got scared. I saw the tear in his
He was
face
like,
when it happened.
Yeah, because I saw like not a hand, but it was like the cable of it, like kind of morphed with the door frame, and I was like, "What the heck is that?" So, but no, I mean, thanks to everybody supporting and watching. Share in the comments if you've seen any of these and your experience with them. And everyone's talking about the 19th. 19th is my birthday, so yeah.
Yes, Oscar wants everybody to know it's his birthday, so everybody say happy birthday to Oscar on that day.
Yeah,
okay? Okay. Well, with that being said, thank you guys so much. We will catch you guys on the next one. Later, dudes.